Welcome back to the Paranormal Review, and today we got a video called Bigfoot Structure Number 1 in Ohio, Georgia Bigfoot. And then this is Georgia Bigfoot, published February 8th, 2019, Bigfoot Wallow. That's it. Guys, before we begin, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell button, that way you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Here we go. Alright guys, we've got another structure here. I know these structure videos aren't the most exciting, but we gotta cover them.
Really sweet.
Supposedly the structure has changed, and from what it looks like is, it kind of looks like it just collapsed. I don't know what it looked like before, but it looks like it might have just collapsed.
So this was a yearly change.
Supposedly changes every single year. You can see all these other trees knocked over in the background. Are we supposed to assume that Bigfoot is running around knocking over all of these trees? Or is it possible that the wind blew them over and maybe the teenagers and maybe some adults or whatever, or hunters even, are piling up these and sleeping underneath them? They're not that great. They're not waterproof, but still better than nothing. Who knows? But we do know that wind knocks over trees.
Oh, that's awesome. This thing's huge.
Hey, there are some leaves on top of that for some waterproofness on that top. Okay, guys, this is what happens when wind pushes on trees. It knocks them over. And who knows what's going on back in here, guys. There could be trees lying on top of each other, creating, like, similar structures. There's trees snapping off about 8 to 10 feet off their base. That one looks more like 12 to 15. Here's some trees that were knocked over by wind, creating kind of teepee shapes up here. If you look, but right, you can see there's a teepee shape right there. So who knows? Let's go back to this video. This one actually does have some leaves popped up on top of it, which would kind of shelter you a little bit more from the rain. Not completely, of course. Not waterproof.
It's cold out here right now.
So I mean, it's not going to be completely waterproof, but it's better than no leaves on top. A little bit of an improvement as far as the shelter goes. Guys, this one's a little bit more believable, actually.
So this hut has increased all this.
So,
and none of them are cut. I mean, they could come from anywhere.
Guys, check out the original link. This guy has a lot of different structures on his channel. This one here is one of the more believable ones. If I was to assume a Bigfoot make a structure, I would think it would look something more like this.
They usually don't use whole trees.
This one is more believable. If I think a Bigfoot's going to make a structure in the forest, it's not going to just be 5 or 6 branches popped up on each other. It's going to be something like this, where it's built elaborately, with leaves or other type of materials used to at least block some of the rain from coming in, to make it more livable underneath. Most of the structures you see in these videos are just 5 or 6 little logs propped up against each other in like a teepee shape with no leaves or any kind of waterproofing or windproofing. And people will say, well, yeah, it's an old structure. The Bigfoot's not there anymore. He left a week or 2 ago. On my survival channel, guys, me and my friend, we made a structure and showed you how to make a structure. And that's 3 to 4 years old. And I've been up there as recently as 6 months ago. And that structure still has pine needles and windproofing and waterproofing, 3 to 4 years later. So, guys, if it was a Bigfoot structure and Bigfoot left 2 weeks ago, it would still have waterproofing. What do you guys think about this one? This one's a little bit more intriguing to me. This one looks...
kids that would drag an entire tree and push it through there.
And this one looks more natural to me, guys.
This way. It was shoved all the way through.
He says that this is different than it was like a year ago. There's tree branches that have been shoved through here that kids couldn't have done.
Big people built it.
I mean, whether or not that's true, I don't know. But this one is definitely more believable than a lot of other ones. Okay, guys, but I do not think that... Look at that tree. That's 2 feet wide. I don't know how tall. But, guys, there's no way a Bigfoot snapped that tree right there and threw it against these trees over. That one right there is definitely from wind. Or it got old, or termites ate the bottom of it and it fell over. Bigfoot can't snap 2.5 foot, wide trees in half like toothpicks. There's no way. Even a tractor was gonna have a hard time doing that unless you chainsaw it first, right?
Look. See if there is.
You could hit that car. You could hit that tree with a huge truck, and it's not gonna just snap over and fall over.
This is the place.
Right? Bigfoot's strong, but he's not. He's not like invincible, as far as we know. If you take the largest gorilla in the world is not going to be able to just knock that tree over, even if it was twice the size as the biggest gorilla in the world, right? Anyways, guys, until next time, please subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this structure. I think this is one of the more believable ones, and we'll talk to you guys later.